Hello, everybody. Lloyd Richard once more, and to my future perspective and current CSW students, I'm going to just do one small lecture. I usually have hours long lectures, pardon me, on crisis, but everybody is prone to crisis. No one in the world is immune to crisis. Students aren't, instructors aren't, parents definitely aren't, and if anyone knows, children aren't. Everyone is subject to crisis. So I just want to give a very short introduction on crisis, and you'll have many other lectures on crisis. But the one thing I want you and everybody else to remember that you yourself are doing, or are people you're working with, I want you to think of anytime you think of the word crisis, I want you to think of the word opportunity. And the reason that this is important is because without opportunity, there'd just be crisis. So many people have the same problems over and over again. If you don't figure out how to make this crisis opportunity to change the way either we think, or the way we act, or the way we feel about crisis will consistently happen. Take studying, for example. Everyone that's failed the test, myself included, has went through some sort of crisis. And it's because what we're doing is not working. So this crisis was needed. We needed this crisis for an opportunity to change what isn't working into something that is and will work. Maybe you're not studying the right things. Maybe you're not studying the right way. Maybe you're not taking enough time to study. And this is why we want to have change. And this could be with anything that we do in crisis. Even just for addiction, for example, right? Or even violence, or even relationships. If you and your partner are consistently fighting, maybe you don't understand that they feel they're neglected, and maybe you feel they're controlling. And so you're going to have to figure out an even balance between give and take, just as an example. But if you don't try and figure out how to make this crisis, you will just fight over and over and over again. And you'll have to think of a way to make this change. And even at the end of crisis, you should be trying to find a way to change the way either you feel about the crisis, the affect, the way you behave around the crisis, or the way you think, the cognitions around crisis. And then crisis will actually change. Maybe you have to think differently feel differently about the exams. Maybe you have to feel that this is an opportunity to show people what you know and show them what you're capable of. Maybe you have to behave differently around the exams. Maybe instead of leaving early, you just have to do it or study more. Or maybe you have to think differently around the exams. Maybe you have to think about outside of the box questions. But after all of this, the only thing I really want you to remember for now on in and to start with is crisis. Whenever it happens to you or anybody else, remember crisis is opportunity for you to change and grow. Thank you very much. Good enough?
Yeah.